guys, let's get going again. Just to introduce myself in case you weren't here last week. My name is Dave Boyd. I'm a baseball coach at high school. Thank you guys for coming and doing this. As we go through, we've got hitting today. For most of it, we're going to do some base running, some real simple base running stuff at the end to go through. Please, like we did last week, if you have questions as we go through, stop. If you see something on there that I don't cover, you're not sure what it means, stop me, ask me. That's what I want this to be about, so you can get as much out of this as you can. If we get to the end, again, if you've got questions, okay, we can talk about some simple, some common mistakes in hitting, and then maybe some drills and things to do to fix those. And so, we'll get going here. First thing I want to talk about is the grip. And from my experience, it's probably one of the big things kids do wrong, especially young kids, is how they hold on to the bat. We want the bat to be out in their fingertips. And so the first thing that we do with our players when we get in, get in the cage first day, we're kind of go through all the stuff that we do. But the nice thing to do is simply have them take the bat and hold it out in front of them like this, okay? And make sure that the handle, okay, the grip is out in the fingertips. It's not back in the palms. We don't want the bat out in the palms. We want it down in the fingertips. So we'll just simply have them hold the bat out in front, right, and get it in their fingertips, right, and get it out of their palms. The next big issue is their knuckles. We always talk to them about having their knocking knuckles lined up. So if I'm going to knock on the door, okay, those are the knuckles I use. Those are the knuckles that I want lined up. And so we can go from here and talk about getting it out of your fingertips, and then we back up on the shoulder, okay, just have to flip it back to the shoulder and look straight down. As I look down the bat, right, my knocking knuckles should be lined up. The mistake, okay, what you're going to see, again, especially with young kids, but even with some of our kids, is they want to get their big knuckles lined up, okay? They want to over grip, call it, and do this. And the simple way for them to feel why this isn't good is simply have them take and do it wrong. Line up these big knuckles, okay? And just say, maybe just try to swing, your hands stop. As soon as I get to the hitting spot, okay, you're naturally stop if you're wrapped around, if you're over grip like this. If you've got your knuckles lined up and you swing, as soon as you get to that spot, it's hard to even stop it, okay? You're able to get your hands through and use your hands that way. So, and some kids, this is ideal. Some kids lean back a little bit. Some kids may be, these knuckles halfway between the knocking knuckles and their big knuckles. It's okay. Like I said, this is the critical point. This is the point where, right, we got to get them back at least a halfway, all the way as you can get. Okay. Our stance. Our philosophy with our hitters, and hopefully as you teach hitting to your players, we teach either a very little stride or no stride. And the suggestion I would make to you is to teach the no stride part, the no stride swing. We get some of the biggest problems that we have, okay? Obviously I know some of the biggest problems you have in terms of things that kids do wrong are caused by the stride. Either they overstride, okay, you get out here, or the classic, stepping in the bucket, okay, every time they stride, okay, they step out like this, right? If you get rid of the stride in their swing, you've gotten rid of all of those problems. All of the issues that they're going to have with this, their timing and doing things wrong, okay, we just kind of eliminate. The stride is not anything that adds power. It's kind of a misconception, I think, in baseball is that, okay, if I don't take a stride, it's a weaker swing. You get no power from this. The stride is simply a timing mechanism. And that's why you'll see, you watch Major League Baseball, you'll see all sorts of strides. You'll see the knee kicks. You'll see guys doing all sorts of different things with that. Okay, the reason it's different for so many guys is simply because it really isn't that big of an issue. It's not something, boy, if I do this, it's really just something, it's a comfort level for these guys. It's something they've been doing. It's something, okay, with their timing. I mean, the knee kick for most people, okay, guys that do the load up like this, it really just gets the weight on your back foot where it should be, okay? So, we take kids, and for the first week and a half, we just do no stride hitting drills. And the reality is they get so comfortable with those drills that some of them that did take a stride, kind of get rid of them. And they feel comfortable with it, and again, it solves a lot of their issues that they have. You know, it's hard to yell at a kid and say, don't step in, you know, don't step here. Well, if they're doing it every time and they've been doing it their whole lives, you can yell all you want to, as soon as the ball comes, you know. And so, by just kind of going through these drills and not using it at all and telling them, hey, we're going to do this drill and no stride, no stride, no stride, they get comfortable and feel comfortable with that. And so, that would be my suggestion to you. When you're talking to your young hitters, okay, just get rid of the stride. And so our stance, you know, so what we tell them is, all right, if you were going to take a stride, all right, you'd end up about here. Well, then we say just start here. Simply start in that position where you would end up with your stride, okay? And so our feet are wide at the shoulder width. I think a lot of young hitters, their issue is they're too narrow. Okay, they don't too narrow. They lose the power here, or they start narrow and have to take that big stride and go. So we talk about back up where it should be. Okay, get your start out. If you're going to take a stride, get out. Feet wide at the shoulder width. Okay. Front foot lined up with just about the front of the plate. You know, in terms of a good starting spot. And again, there's times, yes, we want to be up in the box, and there's times, you know, we want to be back in the box if we're going to be running on the catch or hit run, things like that. For kind of the middle ground, get them started here. Okay? And then we tell them, just so they can feel it, we said, you know, what kind of a stance would you be if I was going to run at you and try to knock you down? Stand like this. No. Okay, you get here because this is a position of strength for you. Right? Get in that position. You know, get in a linebacker position. Get in a position where you feel like you're strong, where you're balanced. Okay? Right? And nobody can come over and just simply knock you and knock you off the stride. Because one of our big things you see on there is we want to be balanced throughout our swing. This isn't a very good balanced position. This is. So get them wide. Get them wide them out, okay? Get them here. In terms of how far from the plate, okay, a simple tool, pretty easy trick is to take your front arm, okay, take the bat and extend it. I should be able to touch, okay, with my arm straight and the bat down here, okay? I should be able to touch the middle of the plate. So if I've got my front foot on the front, I take my front arm, I should be touching the middle, okay? And that will, if you're doing everything else right, that should get the barrel of the bat, you know, right, over the middle of the plate. It gives us the best coverage. Too far, obviously, okay, too close, obviously the issues with both of that as we go through. Okay? Our hands, and this again I think is, we get a lot of people wondering, you know, why we do this and different things. And again, because you watch the majors and you see 1,000 different things. Okay? In terms of teaching this, we always say the best place, again, and we kind of the progression we go through. Out here, okay, check that it's here. Up here, look down, check your knocking knuckles. And then from this position, okay, I get my elbows down, relax, the bat is resting on my bat, okay? And I'm just gonna go about 3 inches, okay? I'm gonna go about 3 inches out, about 3 inches back, okay? That we feel is our best starting position. And again, everybody's a little different. You know, there's some variation with our guys, some variation in majors and variation. Okay, people have different comfort levels in terms of where they want to be. But I don't want to be much further, okay, than about 3 inches out, 3 inches back from here. And I want my elbows down. I want both my front and my back elbows down in my swing. The misconception is get your back elbow up, okay? Well, the reason everybody yelled get your back elbow up is they really wanted their back shoulder up. Okay? Obviously, we don't want kids swinging like this. We don't want the shoulders this way, and so if I get my elbow up, it brings my shoulder. That's true, okay? But the problem with the swing is I don't swing from here. In order to start my swing, that back elbow has to come down anyway. And so all this does is slow you down. If you want their back shoulder up, then get their back shoulder up, okay? Work on them just being tilted. Just talk about, hey, front shoulder down, front shoulder down. That'll solve all of those issues, okay? This just slows people down, okay? Now, when you watch the baby, do you see some of this? Absolutely. But all the hitting coaches will tell you know, again, that you see all sorts of things with the bat and everything else. He said, watch them when the pitcher's got the ball here. Watch where their elbow is, okay? The bat isn't here, they're not doing all of this stuff. When that pitcher's releasing the ball, okay, their back elbows are back down, the bat is where it's supposed to be. Okay? And so start them there. Don't let them do that. Okay? Talk about the knob of the bat. Knob of the bat pointed over at the opposite batter's box. Right? What we don't want, okay, what we're trying to solve with that is the wrapping of the bat around. Okay? Okay, as soon as they start, if this is pointed backwards towards the catcher, it simply means the barrel of the bat, we say, is wrapping around. Again, it's just going to slow them down. The key to being a good hitter is how quick can I get from here to here. That's where we want speed. Anything anytime the bat gets here, that's going to slow me down. Anytime the elbow's up and has to come down to start my swing, okay, that slows me down. Okay, the other part with the elbow. Okay, if I start with that elbow up here, okay, and I say now start your swing, what has to happen to their back shoulder? It brings their back shoulder down even more. And so a lot of times, you're not correcting the problem, you're actually making it worse. If I'm here and have to go here to start, I'm dropping that shoulder naturally. Okay, so, I'll test a little bit. So I'm here, nice comfortable, okay? Opposite up here. I'm not wrapped around, okay? Pointing at the opposite batter's box. Okay? That's my starting position. That's our generic, right? This is about where we want everybody else to start from in terms of their stance. Any questions so far? And I feel like I'm going fast. Slow me down if you need to. Now, the next part of this is what we refer to as our load, or you hear me say trigger. I guess we use both terms. Probably should pick one and go with it. But we've used trigger historically as our program. I think in the college and pro levels, they always talk about the load, and so we said you'll hear me use both. I'll stick with load today just to be consistent. The load is, once I get to this position, okay, the load is just that momentum, a little extra momentum that helps me start my swing, okay? And it's my hands are going to go back a little bit, okay? I'm going to rock my shoulders and get going. And the thing to tell kids is, you know, why do you need to go back to start your swing forward? It's just like if you're going to hit somebody and you want to hit them as hard as you can, would you just go from here straight out? No, if you want to hit somebody hard, right, you load up before you go. You get going back before you go. And I'm going to teach you back. He's trying to toughen them up. Exactly. If you're going to charge them out and get the pitcher here, here's what we want you to do. But it just seems like that makes sense to them. Because if you say, hey, hit something as hard as you can, okay, they always get going back before you go forward. And so our swing we want to be the same thing. I want to get going back, okay, so I can get that extra pop into